Hey, good morning. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Buju Chronicles, where we talk about or focus on being fine, fit, and fabulous over 40. Talk to me, ladies. Talk to me, people. Well, hello to you wherever you are. It's early in the morning where I am, and as per usual, I'm doing my morning walk. Today being a Sunday, I'm gonna do a little over 10. 10 is the minimum. 10,000, that is. 10,000 steps. I'm going to do a little over about 14,000 minimum just because of the route that I'm using. During the week, it's a little harder, so the minimum is 10. Yesterday, being Saturday, I was able to do 21,000 steps. So it's not about doing killer amount of steps. I was just able to do that because I had errands to do on top of my minimum 14 for the weekend. So it kind of racked up pretty fast. So, being that it's a new channel, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm over 40, obviously. Ooh, do I really want to know how old I am? The number keeps sounding bigger and bigger anyway. I'm fine and fabulous. So, it's just been harder to stay fit as I've grown older. But since I've been walking from about April 4th till now, I've only missed 2 days. But when I checked the scale yesterday, 16 pounds down. I mean, walking is not the only thing I'm doing, but I'm pretty consistent with it. I've only missed 2 days, and I missed it because I was giving myself an out, like, can't walk every day, just breaking my own word, which is ridiculous. We do that all the time, though. Anyhow, that's a different topic for a different day. Just wanted to stop in and talk about staying focused. Actually, you know what? I'm going to talk about not breaking your word. I think one of the things that is very important on a fitness journey, challenges are good, but lifestyle will get you further, faster, and more consistently. So, 10,000 might be a lot for someone, or a beginner, or for you, whoever is there. 10,000 might be too much, or you may think it's too much. It take you about an hour 20, hour 20, hour 30, depending on your pace. Sometimes it will take you a little longer if you walk too fast, because the tracker misses my steps. When I walk a little slower, I get to 10,000 faster. But anyhow, so put it at an hour 30, hour 20 minutes. You can always break it up. It's recommended to walk in the morning, but our schedules don't always allow. So figure out what you can do and stick to it. I can't stress how important it is to just stick to it, stick to your own word. So that's why you don't need to go rev up to 10,000 from the beginning. You can pick something. If you're just a novice who don't really walk, hey, pick, I don't know, 3,000 or 5,000, but whatever you pick, stick to it. And if you decide from the onset that you're going to do it every day, then do it every day. But then also I think it's important to kind of start with the end in mind. What are you trying to achieve? I'm trying to get to 140. After I had my baby, she's 2.5 now, I assumed, I took it for granted that the weight would just fall off because I'm 5'9", and usually around 140, 135, somewhere there. I just assumed it would just drop back down. Worst, it would be like 150, because that was like what I had gained when I ran my marathon a while back, and I was training every day, so I was super toned, all muscle. So I figured it would stay around there, but no. Oh dear, it kept creeping up. I think I was up to when I started walking, I was up to 169. Can you imagine? Though I didn't really look fat, because I think it becomes pervasive if it's kind of that hidden fat, like it's around your thighs. All of a sudden, I never used to get, I never knew what it was to have your thighs chafing or touching. Good God. Oh, now, if there's anything that's going to make me walk, it's that, because that is the most uncomfortable thing ever. Couldn't even wear a skirt or a dress without having to put something underneath so that your skin, I don't like that feeling. Well, I never experienced it. Like I said, I've always been skinny, so it's never been an issue. So that was one of the things that was driving me really crazy. But also, I'm vain. I know it. But not vain enough to go under surgery, because I looked at what it takes. I was looking at an operation, research. Oh, no, I'm way too chicken for that. But if it means walking and doing natural stuff, because my whole way of trying to stay fit is through natural remedies, exercise, supplements and things like that, which we'll get into later, but right now we're just talking about the walking. So it crept up to 169, and it was going up because, one, I work long hours, my job is sedentary, so I'm sitting. And what do you do when you sit at your desk? You eat through your lunch, you don't get up, and then there's pressure. You know what I'm saying? There's pressure, there's stress, everything is going on around you that just is not helpful for weight loss. Actually encourages weight gain, and it was just going up. And I didn't like how I looked, how I felt, and everything was aching. So since April, I've been consistently walking 10,000 or more steps. I'm doing good, actually. So I've lost 16.5 at the, how the scale sometimes plays tricks on you. You step on it, it like shows a lower number, and then shows one that's higher as the final number. So when I stepped on the scale yesterday and it showed 152 and stayed at 152, I was like, holy crap, I had to take a picture of it, which I did. Shoot. So I weigh myself every morning, simply because it helps me stay focused. You know what I'm saying? When I see that 152, woo! I mean, I weigh myself after I walk. So when I see the 152, it encourages me to continue doing what I've been doing. Plus the intermittent fasting and all that stuff. I got a mask up because someone's coming ahead. There we go. I mean, that's the other reason why I walk pretty early in the morning. It's because there's very little people, and you can at least walk without your mask because there's no one there. But the later it gets, it just becomes hard. You can still do it, but you have to mask up. It's uncomfortable, especially in the heat. But it's something that, it's the new normal. It's crazy though, right? The things that we are having to do now. The sun is in, I guess that's east, because the sun is in my rear, and it's kind of, okay, there we go. So anyway, trying to only make like 10 minute or less video for now, as I get my bearings together. Bear with me if it's not perfectly edited. Shablia. Just, if you're trying to get fit, you're over 40, or even if you're not, but if you're over 40, your hormones play games on you. It just gets harder. The things that worked when you're younger don't work, so you got to think of outside the box, do things differently. And also, you got to be consistent. You got to pay attention. I'm a big believer of atomic habits. You got to do things that compound to give you benefit, not to take away from what you're trying to do. So anyway, we're almost out of time. Toodles, and thanks for stopping by Bougie Chronicles, where we focus on being fit, fine, and fabulous over 40. All right, you take care now. Deuces.